So what I seen was a much older woman whose body had completely broken down at what, 40 something years old. I think she's like 40 or something. I have no clue whatsoever.
So if everybody saw this video, it was the video where he's talking about the sexual marketplace for women, and using Serena Williams as kind of an example, which is, I mean, it is Michael Jordan in Space Jam reach. I can tell that you've never played a sport a day in your life, Anton, and not just the timing, but the fact that you made this video in comparing apples to oranges, Serena Williams to even regular women is the biggest stretch I've ever seen in my entire life.
And she looks tired. She looks tired. And I said that at the bar, and they're like, yeah, you know, giving birth, she almost died, and all of this other type of stuff. They started telling me all of these stories. And she did. She looked washed. And when she made the announcement that she was retiring after this, you know, these final matches that she take, everybody was all like, oh no, up in arms and all of this other type of stuff. She probably still got more in her. No, she don't.
Yes, Anton, she spent over 20 years playing playing tennis, big dog, at the professional level. You be tired too at the age of 40. Also, you know, to put that into perspective, most sports, they never make it to 40. I think like football is like the age of 30, between 30 and 35, something like that. Probably not even 35. I think like in between like 30 or something like that. That's when they retire. Baseball specifically at the age of 30. So to put that into perspective, a lot of people don't make it to 40 years old to play, let alone a 20-year stint of just being great at the sport. These are some stats via ESPN as well that are super important in order to give you guys perspective of how dominant this woman was in a matter of 20-something years. So to even like, and you keep saying like you don't want to disrespect her because she was awesome, great, but this whole video was disrespectful because you're trying to compare a woman that has man, I remember when we used to compare, you know, Serena Williams to men's in tennis because there were no women that could compete with Serena Williams as far as stat wise. And also on top of that, man, we used to, I mean, let's be honest, man, men used to make fun of Serena Williams. We used to think that was a whole man out there dominating women. That's just how dominant she was. It was a anomaly. So to even compare her is like apples to oranges.
And that brings me to my point that I want to emphasize to you is that the sexual marketplace value is real.
Honestly, bro, I think you laughing because you realize this is going to be a ridiculous video that's just probably meant to get some type of viewership. There's no way that you are comparing a professional athlete to the sexual marketplace. Also, let's keep in mind that Serena Williams is married. Yes, she's married. She has a kid. You know, she did have a situation where she almost passed on the table having that kid. So to sit here and say that like she has no, I mean, like there's no comparison here at all. She's not even in that marketplace. She's married. A man has found value in her, and also to have a child with her. Also, we're talking about a woman that makes well over 6 figures. She's top 1%. I looked at the stats. I think she made like close to like 100,000 in that match that she lost. So, I mean, I don't understand why you felt the need to make this content specifically for her, especially to use her as an example. Because again, most athletes, it doesn't matter what sport you find, they don't make it to 40 years old based on how rigorous it is to even stay at that tip-top shape, let alone be dominant in that at the same time.
I'm just telling you, bro, and I'm not even talking about her specifically. I'm using her as an example and illustrating that a woman's value, and you've seen all of the celebrities at the matches. I felt like I should have been there. I felt like that would have been a memorable moment to capture on camera. I got my own stuff that I'm taking care of, but A woman's value as she ages, because she was playing a much younger, nimble, faster opponent and all of that other type of stuff.
Brother, she upset the #2 before this match. She upset the #2 ranked women's tennis player, and she's 26 years old.
A woman's value as she ages actually goes down. Let me say it again. I know that that's an unpopular take. I know that this is an unpopular time to be able to say it, considering what happened. And again, I'm not taking anything away from how great she was and the barriers that she broke through. This has nothing to do with her specifically. I'm using this situation as an example to illustrate a point.
By the way, I have another Anton video that's going to come up in the same day. Boy, you just full of bad takes. To use a professional athlete who's been doing this for 20 odd years, winning at the best possible level in the most peak shape of her life. Even if you're trying to say, well, she diminishes. Big dog Kobe diminished before he died. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. He was averaging 19 points a game. Coming from 26, went down, I think he went down like 22, and then he finally went down to 19. Yes, athletes lose their luster when they start getting older in age. The body starts breaking down more and more. It is very seldom that an athlete makes it all the way to 40 years old before they retire. And most of those are freakish athletes. We look at guys like LeBron and things like that. Like, he's had minimum injuries until recently. Most of his career, he's been on that floor, on that court, healthy. You get what I'm saying? Not even talking about like what happens if you have like torn ACLs, you have like torn Achilles and things like that. Those injuries are super hard to come back from. And Serena Williams, guys like LeBron James, those people are durable throughout this time. So you keep saying you're not trying to disrespect the lady. You're disrespecting the lady. This was a reach. I don't understand why you made it. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.